There's a method circulating among seasoned gardeners that goes against everything you thought you knew about soil rehab. It's called the lazy farmer technique, and as the name suggests, it's deceptively simple. No tilling, no expensive amendments, no exhausting hours of hand labour. Yet, when I tried it, the results were undeniable. Compacted, lifeless soil transformed into a thriving, fertile bed with minimal effort. The method doesn't rely on miracle fertilizers or chemical boosters. Instead, it leverages natural processes that restore structure, improve microbial health, and create soil that works for you rather than you working endlessly for the soil. For Hydrohaven viewers, this isn't just a curiosity. It's a strategy that can save time, reduce costs, and rebuild even the most neglected garden beds. What follows is a detailed exploration of the technique, the science behind it, and practical steps you can implement immediately. The lazy farmer method works because it focuses on natural regeneration instead of forceful intervention. The core principle of this method is to stop fighting the soil and let it heal itself with guidance. Instead of turning, digging, or compacting the soil further, the lazy farmer technique introduces organic matter in a way that encourages natural aeration and microbial activity. By layering compost, mulch, and other organic inputs on top of the soil rather than mixing aggressively, you create an environment that stimulates worms, fungi, and bacteria to break down material and improve structure from within. In practice, this means your garden starts to self-till. Worms tunnel through the softened layers, microbes digest organic matter, and roots grow into enriched soil, naturally loosening compacted areas. Over time, even dense clay or sandy soils become more resilient, retaining moisture while supporting healthier plant growth. This method works on both small backyard plots and larger agricultural beds, which is why it has been quietly adopted by farmers who value efficiency and soil health. Gardeners often overlook surface mulching as a powerful tool for soil rehabilitation. Many gardeners associate mulch with moisture retention and weed suppression, but in the lazy farmer method, it's also a rehabilitation tool. Organic surface layers act like a slow-release food source for soil life, feeding microbes and worms while protecting the soil from erosion and sun damage. Materials like straw, shredded leaves, and composted plant matter are ideal because they break down gradually, providing sustained nutrition. By applying mulch in thick, consistent layers, you allow the topsoil to absorb moisture and nutrients while encouraging microbial colonization. Over time, the mulch integrates with the soil naturally, improving structure and fertility without the need for heavy labor. This approach also minimizes disturbance to existing plant roots, which can often be stressed or damaged by conventional tilling. The method is amplified by choosing the right companion plants. Another overlooked element in soil rehab is strategic planting. Cover crops and certain companion plants can accelerate the healing process by fixing nitrogen, breaking up compacted soil, and attracting beneficial insects and microbes. Plants like clover, vetch, or buckwheat are especially effective in this method because their roots penetrate hard soil, add organic matter as they decompose, and provide continuous food for soil organisms. In my experiment, I seeded clover over a neglected bed after layering compost and mulch. Within weeks, worms were actively moving through the soil, fungal networks became more visible, and the bed began to feel noticeably softer and more aerated. The cover crops also prevented weeds from taking over, ensuring the soil's energy went into restoration rather than battling unwanted growth. Right then, let's talk about the practical steps to implement the lazy farmer soil rehab method. Now, implementing this method is, well, straightforward, but it does require a bit of patience. To begin, you'll want to lightly remove debris and weeds from the surface, taking care not to disturb the soil below. Next, apply a good thick layer of compost or well-aged organic matter, and then follow that with a mulch. Something like straw, shredded leaves, or grass clippings works nicely. If you're using cover crops, just scatter the seeds evenly right on top of the mulch. And finally, water gently to help establish that initial burst of microbial activity. It's important to resist the urge to dig or till those layers into the soil. Instead, let worms and microbes do the work, gradually incorporating the organic matter for you. Over the next several weeks, keep an eye on moisture levels, making minor adjustments by adding water or a bit more mulch as needed. Within about a month, you'll start to notice the first signs of soil regeneration. A richer, earthier smell, more worm activity, and a lighter, more friable texture that your plants will absolutely love. You see, this method really proves that minimal effort can yield maximum results when it comes to soil health. The beauty of the lazy farmer approach is that it works with natural cycles rather than fighting against them, by teaming up with microbes, worms and plant life. Instead of battling them, you can restore even the most neglected soil with far less effort than conventional methods demand. And the results are lasting, because you're rebuilding the ecosystem from the ground up, not just giving the soil a temporary nutrient boost. So, for Hydrohaven viewers, the key takeaway here is that effective soil rehabilitation doesn't need to involve constant labour or expensive inputs. By applying organic matter smartly, mulching in the right way, and making use of cover crops, you can create resilient, fertile beds that pretty much maintain themselves. Even if you're a gardener with limited time, you can achieve dramatic results with this patient observation-based approach. If you're interested in more hands-on strategies for sustainable gardening, soil restoration, and low-effort methods that really deliver, make sure to subscribe to Hydrohaven and share this video with friends who are ready to revolutionize their soil with minimal work.